you about this because I'm actually going to make this a pre-cut card kit for you, which saves you a lot of time. It will be 15 cards that you create, and these are the beautiful designs that you see here. You would create 5 of each. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining in. But let's look at the stamp set, okay, so that you could see. This is the Merry Christmas Tree stamp set right here. Let's see if you could see that. So it has 2 images, and I'm actually going to demonstrate to you how easy these 2 work so well together. And then you can see there's cute little balls, and I was thinking that they perfectly matched in, but actually what they do is they give you the opportunity to change, use them in different colors without having to clean them. So I really like that. But there's this cute little frame, these little dashes, and this line. And hey, Sherry, you can see how, you'll see how I use them. So let me just show you. So this is the stamp set that would be included in the card kit. Okay, so the card kit is going to be $35. And you'll get 15 cards, create 5 of each, and I'm going to pre-cut everything. And I know that you girls really like that. I'm actually going to emboss. If you have it, I'd love for you to do it. But this is using that inner circle. You could also use snowflakes. You could use whatever you have. I would prefer not to have to do it, but if you need me to do it for you, I'd be more than happy to. Because there's actually, let's see if I can find it real quick. Yep. This is the new snowflake, I don't know if you can see that, embossing folder. So if you'd rather have that, this is available to purchase. But these are so pretty, and I will actually do the oval cuts. So I'm actually using the combination of the oval and the stitched lines to create this look for you, and then you would stamp it. Okay, I don't know, can you hear the Christmas music in the background? I wanted to have a little holiday cheer going. Another card, this is a beautiful card, and you could see the shimmer. I actually stamped the balls, and then I used these cute shimmer brushes that you could color it in. You could go with the clear. If you don't want to stamp with the color, you could easily color those circles in with the gold, the red, the mint, and the new julep. Really pretty. You could do blue too, the sapphire, if you want. It's kind of dark, but I liked keeping it a soft tone. But here you can see how I used that little line, okay? Here's that little frame, and you also get the gold gems. So pretty. And here I did the line as well. But you do all the stamping, but I'll show you the colors that I've used. Now, on this particular card, as you can see, I added some of the gold threading. You'll get the ribbon. The gold threading is, I think it's extra because it's just too hard for me to split a pack of gold threading. It would be $5 more. But here's that little frame and that Mary stamp there, the little gold gem. And I'm actually going to use the rectangular thin cut and cut the glitter paper that you see here. So I'm actually using this particular thin cut so that you get the frame. What I love about this rectangular thin cut is the large one would cover the full card, completely cover the frame of the card, and the middle one does this one right here. So that would all be done for you as well. But here you could see I actually just colored them in with the step back, there you go. It's the gold and the red shimmer brushes, okay? But you could see, can you see that the tree is done in 2 colors? So the tree is in sage and evergreen. What a really beautiful combination to do. So I stamped the trees on all of them in the same color combination. But you could have fun coloring in the balls any way you want. But this is the papers that would be pre-cut for you. The evergreen pattern paper, as well as the gold and the gold glitter I would cut for you. And there's white, there's sage, and candy apple. Just disregard the phone. I'm going to ignore it because if I touch it, I'll lose out on this. But isn't that pretty? Really, really pretty color combinations. Okay, let's talk inks. So here's the beautiful stamp set. You can see it right here. So the ink, this is the first generation that I'm doing, and I did that in sage. So the tree is stamped twice in sage, and then this one right here is an evergreen. Really, really pretty. As far as the balls go, here's what I would recommend that you do. You would put one on the side of a block and one here. You could do this side as well, but it just makes it easier to see as you stamp it. And then I used another 1-inch block and did the same thing. So what does this do? This allows me to put my ink in each, ink this up in one color and this in another color. Same with this, 2 different colors. So you don't have to clean your stamps each time you want to fill in the Christmas balls. And this way you get to do whatever color you want. And then these are some of the colors that I played with. I did candy apple. You could do Carolina blue, saffron. That is that kind of gold color, yellowish color. You could actually do that as second generation. And then peach is really pretty too. It's really soft. But these are some really pretty color combinations. But you know what? You have lots of ink. You could play with this color combination of whatever you want to do. So you can see here, I'll go back to this tree. You could see here's some of the peach, candy apple. The saffron is second generation because it was a little bit too dark for me. I like the lighter look. And this is, this looks like, this could be sage. I don't remember now. This is a really pretty green. Oh, it could be mint as well. That's what I loved about it. There's so many different color combinations that you could create. And it depends what you like. I know my husband, when he decorates the tree, he likes a multicolored tree. Hey, Cindy. So thanks for watching. But so I tried to do the cards the way he would like it because he likes tradition, right? What are you going to do, girls? Got to help. Got to please the guys once in a while. This one I just did in the gold and red, okay? But you can do whatever you want. And then this one again is multicolored. But you can see here, this is where I did the embossing folder, which was, I forgot to show you this. That was the inner circle, which is still, I'm pretty sure it's still available. So you can have fun with whatever you want to do. Okay, so let me just show you the stamping of the tree. So hang on a minute while I move my staging around. Okay, so here you go. Now, if I'm looking at that stamp set right here, this one is the one I stamped first, and I stamped it in sage, okay? Right here. And that's what it looks like. So let me show you how easy that is, right? That's not sage, that's evergreen. So here we go, we ink it up. Now remember, every time you go to use your stamp for the first time, you need to rub them against your skin a little bit. You need to season them, break them in. Use scrap paper. I always use scrap paper to stamp my images to get familiar with the stamping on one on top of each other. Always do that before you go to your good paper. And this way you find out how much ink you have, and it gives you a real feel for stamping on top and how well it works together. So I'm just going to walk this across. You can see here, I'm walking it across. And my paper is perfectly sized, straight up and down, okay? Tip, the bigger the stamp, the more pressure. The little guys, the little stamp, the less pressure. All right, so that's how it looks, right? Now we want to get it where it's two-tone. So here you can see I did the sage as well as the evergreen. So let me close that up. So now I have this second part of the tree, which is this darker image. So you can see that the balls really show up, the empty spots right here. This is such a beautiful kit, and this would also be great for scrapbooking, a beautiful tree on your page. But the card kit, like I said, will create 15 cards, pre-cut for you for $35. And if you want the gold thread, it would be $5 more. Okay, so trying to look over my camera here, but you can see I'm pretty much lining it up by eye. Pressing straight up and down, and there it is. That's how pretty that can look. That's how easy it is. Now, if I was going to do a bunch of these, I would have my papers laid out on my Versamat. Remember, the Versamat is an excellent basic tool for stamping, right? So I would have all of them laid out. I could do 9 at once. I would go around, take my first image, which is this one, ink it up in Sage and stamp, ink, stamp, ink, stamp. Do all of them, all 9, right? Then I would take my evergreen and do the same exact thing on the overlay. Ink it, stamp on top, ink, stamp on top. That is going to save you a lot of time when you're doing a bunch of the same images. Now, let me just show you how easy it is to do the beautiful colors. I'll show you Carolina because it's such a pretty ink. What I do is ink straight up and down, firm stamping, and now I'm going to just go right in, and you can move it around, do different ones, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. Now I want to do red. So this is why you have a couple of different of the balls, because now I don't have to go and clean it. I can actually go into the red pad and stamp. Now, if that's too dark for you, second generation, right, is wasting that first layer, and I'm going to just stick one over here, going in. But you know what? It doesn't matter because now I could put shimmer on top of that, which is so, so pretty. Oops. And let's just show you a little shimmer. I'm going to do the gold just to jazz it up a little bit. So you just take that shimmer brush and you go right on top of it, and that will change that whole look completely. Soften it up, add a little shimmer, you can see it there. And on the blue, we could do, you know what, we could play. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is mint on top, so it's going to change the color look a little bit. But if you wanted to add a little bit of shimmer and clear, let's see what the clear does. So you can really still see the color. But isn't that fun? So that's the clear on top. And that is the mint on top of the Carolina, and it did change the color a little bit. But that's kind of fun, right? So you could see, you can have so much fun with this. The other thing that you could do if you didn't want to stamp the balls and you needed to be done with a few things, you know, you can take your shimmer brush and just color in. That's going to dry. That one's a little wet for me. Let's see how my julep is. There you go. And you just let that dry. So if you wanted to, and just using shimmer brushes, you could do that as well, and you could see how pretty that looks too. What do you think? Makes it really easy. I love the Merry Christmas saying, the Merry, and then the Christmas is on a different stamp. So you could see here, you could do the Merry, you can stamp Christmas on the inside, right? Same thing with here. You could change it up too, add Christmas, do one little strip if you'd wanted to, instead of putting it on the inside. And then here you could see I put the Merry and the Christmas, and I use those pretty lines on the bottom. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this quick demonstration on these this Christmas card kit that I'm offering out. If you're interested, it's the 15 cards. It includes some of the gold gems, the stamp set, all the papers pre-cut, and let's see, what else? Oh, and some of the ribbon. I would love for you to get the thread. It's $5 more because it's 10 yards, and it's just wrapped around. I did it 3 times, wrapped around, and just glue dotted in the back, and you will get the ribbon to do the bow. So it's so, so pretty, and what a great Christmas card collection that you can make with this particular stamp set. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post below. If you're interested in the card kit, let me know.